I've got a problem. There are aspects of my personality that I can't control.
See a shrink?
It's a little bit more complicated than that.
Bruce, trust me when I tell you, I've heard them all.
Not this one.
Hey, true believers, Englentine here. Continuing to look at the MCU, the second film is The Incredible Hulk. This is the one everybody forgets is actually a part of the Marvel Universe's continuity. Stars Ed Norton as Bruce Banner and Liv Tyler as Betty Ross. It's actually not that bad. I mean, it gets a lot of flack, but it is not a bad movie.
We've never seen anything even close to your levels of exposure. That you survived an event like that, it's beyond my comprehension.
Now, don't get me wrong. This is a flawed film. It's just a fun film as well. I like everybody involved with it. I think Edward Norton did a good job as Bruce Banner. I can understand why people gravitate towards Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner, but in all honesty, I can kind of prefer the intensity that Ed Norton brings to the role, because he seems like he's actually controlling a monster inside of him.
I don't want to control it. I want to get rid of it.
As far as I'm concerned, that man's whole body is property of the U.S. Army.
They want it as a weapon. If we let it go, we will never get it back.
I like Tim Roth as an actor, and I'm glad he played the part. He did a good job. He's English, and I'm glad that they explained that away, saying he was born in Russia and raised in England. He was physically capable enough. Yeah, they had to CGI some muscles into him, and that kind of looked silly. Especially when you saw his body without the CGI on it, and it just kind of looked odd. Anyway, then we got to see what he looked like as the Abomination, and it wasn't even him. I wanted to like this a lot, and now, okay, I'm not gonna lie and say I hated it. I enjoyed this movie, but I think it's also because the reason I enjoyed it was because I turned my brain off long before the ending came, as I realized that this was going to be a chase film, and there's not going to be a lot of character or a lot of story to get in the way of the plot, because this is definitely a plot-driven film. But what really hurt was that there are some scenes where it literally looks like two cartoons fighting. It just is. Look at this. It is not good. The CGI, it just looked, like I said, it looks like an animated feature. Now, granted, this is 2008 computer graphics, but we've seen good 2008 computer graphics, a lot better than this. In this movie, we saw better graphics. I loved the cave scene. Yeah, that was much better than the ending fight here, which is too bad, because they really should have made sure that this wasn't cartoonish, and they just dropped the ball, especially that. Look at that, just a cartoon from beginning to end. But for all the talk here, it definitely was better than the Ang Lee. And this is an entertaining film. It wasn't slow and contemplative like the first one was. This actually has a lot of action. You get to see Hulk smash. You get to see him do the wind thing with his hands. He's the Hulk in this movie at the very least. Now, if we could only get a little bit of that contemplation and characterization that Ang Lee was trying to shove into the Hulk, we might have a decent, well-written, intelligent film that has a lot of action and characterization to it instead of one or the other. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was my opinion. What is yours? Did you see this movie? Do you remember this movie? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Or like me, where you enjoyed it, but not quite enough to put your reputation on it? Well, you gotta add a little addendums and some provisions as to whether you're not gonna tell somebody it's good. Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this movie, you want to see more, video I meant, not the Hulk, dang it. Just click like, share of course to get the word out about the channel, and if you haven't done it already, hit subscribe and the notification bell. And if you have already subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed and make sure that bell is still rung, because YouTube has messed my channel up quite a bit. Also, this is the way I make a living, so please go on over to Patreon. Links in the description below. Drop $1 in the till. Help us keep the lights on. Help us keep making videos like this. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very much for watching. But before we go, we have to rank the Marvel movies. It is promised, it's in the title. As enjoyable as it is, The Incredible Hulk couldn't pass Iron Man, and it settles in number 2. Which leaves Iron Man still sitting at number 1, beating out the first challenger to the throne.